Hey everybody, Shay here. Welcome to a brand new Let's Play for Assassin's Creed 3. This is the remastered version. I know a lot of people are anticipating this game coming to the channel. I figured why not start the weekend off with a dive into this game, and I got plenty of time to probably play ahead of all of you. I'm not going to lie. This is a franchise I really do enjoy. While I'm talking through the intro here, I'm just going to go through the settings in case all of you see something that needs tweaking. I did do the displays. This is the only game I think on this channel where, I mean, now it looks like I can pull it off to windowed mode. I think some of the previous games I couldn't. I do that for like processing opportunities there. It just makes it a little easier to crunch things and get things out the door faster. But some of these past games have forced the widescreen, like I wasn't able to go to windowed mode. So this might be the best looking game that has ever appeared on the channel, because I could go into the windowed mode now, but I was like, but it looks so good. It could look so good. It's the remastered version, man. Okay, so I'm coming into the settings here to let you know that everything is at max, right? So we got what a quote-unquote ultra settings. Everything is on max. So hopefully that's not going to restart the game, because I didn't change anything. There we go. And then that's pretty much it. I got the subtitles were already on. Everything is the sound I sort of tweaked. The music sounds a little bit loud to me. On occasion it goes really low, but in any case I'm going to go to 30%. Usually it's 30%, 70%, 100%. We'll see how that goes, and everything else looks, I think, reasonable to me. So let's give this a go, shall we? Single player, please. We got of course the DLC stuff. This is a remastered version, as I said, so there's going to be plenty of content to get through. We're going to start a new game. Of course, I'm Desmond.
Used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny.
Okay, from the bonus content.
It nearly cost him his life.
Revolutions. He was a bartender.
He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars, as the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years. Even longer.
Looks good.
The stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching, bigger than all of us.
What?
And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last.
Larger than
Everyone's
both?
last.
Okay.
In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked.
What a summary.
We hope. Soon, though, soon we'll know that ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be.
False.
When it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization,
that's the Beyond Both?
the ones who came
the originals?
before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives.
Did they give them names?
They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
That's cool that they timed this out. to 2012. Wait, is this how when the original came out? The game? I forgot the dates. Oh, look at that. October 30th, 2012. So they are definitely heading towards... Oh, that moment. Yeah. Okay. That's...
We're here.
Did they plan that since 2007? You know, like, seems like that where you're like... They would have had to have a future vision. I mean, if we get 4 games deep, you know? We're going to tell this story, you know? Crazy talk.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm going to be playing with the controller. I think that's how I played every other game. I don't know why I would have forgotten that, but sometimes, you know, sometimes I do. Wow. So I got Matt here. Hold on, before we go. No, I just have to know. I have to, wow. So I got Max on, right? So, gotta check, man. Gotta check the lighting. Gotta check the leaves, the fauna, you know. I mean, I saw some of the differences, video of the differences between... Well, that's not run. That's not run. That's not run. Okay, the differences between the original and the remaster, and I mean, I think the remaster looked way better in terms of environment and stuff like that, but I did notice that sometimes the faces inside... I mean, that was a preview, right, of them showing the comparisons, and sometimes the faces look a little wonky, but I'm not seeing it yet. Maybe it's because, I don't know. I was going to say max settings. If I change that, we'll find out. We'll find out. And he looks a little different here, but that's just because newer technology and this new game. So. But it still feels like Desmond.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
Nice. Awesome. Down the rabbit hole. Oh, did I do that? That was weird. Was that a glitch? Have I already started? Let me see if it seems smooth. You going to raid, buddy? You got the glow stick on your... Oh, there we go.
I think we're here.
Do you maybe want to go help? Like, pick up a box? I got the apple of Eden. You carry the boxes. Whoa, how are they gonna... Yo, box carriers. Y'all good? Yo, hey. Take it slow. Ah, your glow stick. Get it. Pick it up. Okay, fine. Kick it down. Really? This is what we're gonna do, huh? That's what we're gonna do right at the beginning of the game. That's great. And now people have abandoned the series. Still can't run, or I don't know how. Can't. Oh. Oh shit, let's go back. How did I do this one? How did I do this? How did I do this? See, I was clicking buttons when that happened, so maybe the game did that. Oh, I can run. R2. Jump. Was that actually a pit? Awesome. I would like to exit this mode now. Did I do this? Sorry, just give me a sec, Rose. This one. This one. Ah! Got it. I'm sure they'll teach me at some point. Ooh, the running feels faster. Or something. Maybe it's been that long. It's been a while. Another piece? Baby. Who died? Who dropped that there? Who died? Where's the body? Where's the skeleton? I mean, ancient tech area? What could have been? Anyone could have found this along the way. And, oh, rumble's on. Gate things. Like what was in Revelations. Those pillars, those thingamajigs. Maybe. It's like a massive one. Stargate. Shut up. Just shut up and watch. No, this is not Let's Play. Sorry.
You must find the key.
You don't control me, Juno.
Son?
Oh, damn.
Sir.
Oh, someone's taking
Here we go again.
pills again. Whee!
Desmond?
Cool.
Do you hear us?
Yeah.
Desmond, do you hear?
What happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you
Huge.
dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay.
It's just what I do, folks.
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. I guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
So he's the first one who can speak to them, or I never know.
Okay,
if the game is
Desmond.
glitching.
While you were visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there.
Nice. Nice way to tutorial that up. Yeah, I think other people might have heard voices before. Like, I think Ezio definitely did, but it's that I think he's probably had more of a connection with them. Like he's gotten more, like he's actually seen them or something. Wait, Ezio saw. Anyways, but yeah.
Okay, Desmond. Let's
He's a chosen
practice climbing
one.
on these objects.
Rule of threes, you know. That's me falling, or no? That's fine. Rule of threes, yeah. And then, I mean, from a storytelling perspective, there's been a lot more than three. But the narrative for us is he's become the chosen one. So that's the narrative we're on. Will I fall off? It's smoother. I mean, they have to have. Did I do that? Hold RT to start climbing. Use L to move with. That's what I've been doing though. why are you teaching me this after I've had to do stuff? I've already.
Free run your way through this little obstacle
Free run.
course.
Use that. Wee. Back to it. It's only been a couple months. I'm sure it'll be fine. Wee. Am I doing this? Oh, it's because I'm pressing down on. Because I'm pressing too hard. I'm getting anxious. So that's gonna happen through the whole game. I don't know if it's like, oh, I got a new gamepad. So I don't know if it's maybe it's very sensitive.
That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. All right, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars.
Kill the 2 Templars. Press to assassinate. Okay, optional missions. Well, I would like to. I don't know how to crawl. How do I? Oh yeah, never mind. I assume if they're in sight, I can just. Oh, yeah. Oh, nasty. And then for you, I'm going to go to holy. Nope. Damn it. Fine,
All you have
let's
to
the
do
other way.
here is jump the gap.
Jump the gap. But I don't. That's going to be really annoying. The whole pressing down that thing by accident. Hold RT and press A to jump the gap. Oh, that gap? Next. Wait, did I fail? What are we doing? Why are you in this mode? This thing? Oh, it's got a little bit of a. Oh, that's a nice little touch there. Oh, I think I saw something here. Yeah. Wink. There's a little bit of a parkour, like the running up on the angle there. You know, felt cool. Felt right. Can't wait to see what they've done with the different parkouring maneuvers and stuff. Still feels it's very, very spiritually I think this of every game. They've done it very well, where it always feels like the last game you've played, but then there's always something more, you know? And this one definitely feels... that right there, though, is because, you know, I get anxious. I'm like, am I making it? And so I press the L harder. And, that's going to compromise me, man. Kill the soldiers. Jump over the...
Synchronization levels look good now. We should be able to build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
Oh, no. Were there soldiers to kill? Well, that didn't happen. That was definitely... That looked like an objective on my screen. Oopsie. Can I run? I cannot run. We are rebuilding. Have patience, Desmond. And whomever's body you're in. While we reconstruct.
Sir?
Hello?
Sir?
Sir.
Everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine.
Go with it.
I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
You are a passenger.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
Thank you, Alfred. sorry. The great thing with this game, I mean, I don't want to get distracted. I was about to derail on something here. But I think something's about to start. I don't want to piss people off.
Invitation, please.
20 minutes in.
Shall I take your coat, sir?
You just put me in here. I gotta leave to read the email. You should have done that. Weird design there.
Find your seats.
I mean, if I wanted to leave, how would I do that? I mean, I just want to see how things play out. I would like to. And they are definitely going to find their seats. There's so many people. If I wanted to start clicking other buttons, though. So find my seat is the objective. No, that's fine. I got it. I see. This is the lead. Well, no. Hold on. Oh, I can. So, new email received. Okay. Well, I mean, seems weird that you set it up this way, but can I read it? Or I can't. Just let me click some more buttons here. These are... okay, so let me let's just see. Let's see. Oh, so we have completion. Animus Database. View. Let's go to the beginning. Come on, one thing at a time. I was just kind of seeing the menu and seeing how it works, and just you know, doing that now instead of like when I'm in the middle of something more grand. You know, change the gameplay controls. No. We have Animus Training Center. No. We have. What does that show though? hold on. Patience. Learn the assassin skills. Okay. View your progress through the Animus DNA tracker. If I do this, okay. That's what I mean. So, synchronization. Oh, I like this design. Oh, I like this better than the DNA strand. It was okay. It was cool. It was a cool idea. But this makes it so much cleaner. Just so much cleaner. Discovery, naval homesteads, all the probably side objectives, stuff like that. That's very, very clean. I like it. Okay. Next, we have the Animus Database. Recent entries. Okay. See what I mean? So I've done this, you know, wrong in other games. Not wrong, but like later in other games, it's like, well, now the context is like way past the point, right? So, yeah, is it a derailment while you're in the experience? Yes, it is. But that's kind of the design of the game. So, for people who don't like this, you're going to skip ahead, of course, right? Like, there's no point in... It's weird for me, like, as a Let's Player, like, when people complain about things like this. That hasn't happened a lot on this channel. But sometimes you just get some comments where you're like, but I'm a blind player. Like, I have to absorb this stuff. I can cut around it, right? But then some people are like, no, leave it in. I'm like, no, yeah, that's sort of like... I mean, I might be talking through, like, this stuff might trigger some stuff. And it gives me a reprieve, like, to talk to all of you and just kind of give you my thoughts along the way. So, not that I won't do that while in play. But in any case, sometimes this triggers things. And what I wanted to say before entering the Opera House was that this is an era of history that is actually very, very blank to me. And I've got... an art background, which includes a lot of art history, so that the older games that were, especially the Renaissance, I was specializing in that on that track, you know, and so a lot of that stuff was just a lot of that history was very what am I trying to say? was close to me, you know, like I loved it. I love that time of history. The Middle Eastern history is cool. Mesopotamia history is cool. Like there's all these like little parts of like ancient history, that the Greek, of course, like Roman, right? Ancient Egypt, yeah, Egypt, yes, of course. But when we start getting to like 150 years, 200 years ago, there's like an era there, romantic era of art or Victorian art. Like there's the stuff I'll remember from an art context, but not a history context, especially an American history context. That's going to be a pretty deep blank spot. So when I'm coming at this game, all of this is going to feel more like just game information and not, you know, not like history wound up and woven between the games. So this is more important to me, is what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say, a long way of saying, these codexes are really important. So you might hear this referred to as the Convent Garden, which it faces, or the Royal Opera House, which it later became. However, this is the original Theatre Royal building, opened 1732, destroyed by fire in 1808. It will be rebuilt, then destroyed by fire again in 1857, and then almost completely renovated in the 1990s. They've installed a smoke detector this time. The original theatre lineup was varied, containing ballet, operas, even acrobatics. Many of Handel's operas opened here right up until his death in 1759, when he mysteriously stopped writing them. But the... intriguing from a Assassin's Creed perspective. Mysteriously stopped writing them. But the building was mainly used for presenting plays, at least for the first 100 years of its history. The reason? It held the exclusive rights to perform spoken drama in London, awarded by King Charles II. Yes, kings could do that, though why they would is beyond me. Sean Hastings. yeah, nice try. Sean Hastings is one of the few members of the Assassins who wasn't raised to join the Order. He was recruited as a teenager after his investigations into Aspergo Industries made him a target for the Templars. He was like the second Robin for Batman. Hastings has a gift for organization, and as such, the Assassins, well, third Robin. Never mind. Hastings has... God, I derailed my own brain here. Would be lost without him. With his talent for making connections between historical events, he's widely regarded as the most intelligent person in the Order. And by widely regarded as the most intelligent person, is he writing this? I mean, he is the most intelligent person in the Order. You may think he's an arrogant bastard, but that's only because he's smarter than you, and like a less than able teenage girl, you find yourself not yet secure enough to move past your inherent and powerful feelings of joyless jealousy and simply appreciate me for who I am. Oh, good. You're actually reading these. I was beginning to wonder if I was wasting my time. That's what my talk was about at the beginning. Can't just speed through these. You gotta take your time, man. Absorb this stuff. It's part of the game, man. I was beginning to wonder if I was wasting my time because you know how much I love wasting my time. Now, make me some tea, would you? Make your own tea. Ezio Auditore. In the Firenze was I immediately slip into the role was a master assassin during the Italian Renaissance, as well as being an inheritor to the mysterious ability of ego vision and one of your ancestors. Ezio was something of a playboy in his teenage years, but his life changed in 1476 when his father and brothers were arrested and executed for treason. Ezio tried to save them, but the evidence clearing their names mysteriously disappeared in the hands of a family friend. Instead, they were hanged by Ezio as Ezio looked on. I like how they sort of spoil some of the older games there, but they don't give you the details, so you can still play those games and potentially stumble on those things yourself. So far, Ezio fled with his mother and sister to Montegione, where I do that, and I know how silly it probably sounds. But I can't help it. It's just an impulse now. Where he sought refuge with his uncle Mario Auditore, while Ezio had originally intended to continue on and settle in Spain. Mario had other ideas. He was the leader of the Italian Assassin Brotherhood, and great game, one of my favorite games, one of my favorite in the series, probably my favorite in the series. And spent the next several years training Ezio and convincing him to help fight the Templars responsible for the deaths of his father and brothers. Ezio spent the next decade assassinating his way through the Templar ranks, eventually cornering the Templar Grand Master Rodrigo Borgia in Venice in 1487. Borgia got away, but Ezio was able to recover an Apple of Eden and was formally inducted into the Assassin Order. After several setbacks over the next few years, Ezio traveled to Rome in 1499 to confront Rodrigo, who by then had become Pope Alexander VI. After defeating Rodrigo but sparing his life, Ezio opened a hidden vault under the Sistine Chapel. There he discovered a message left by the First Civilization. That was their name. Well, I don't know if they have a name, but they called them the First Civilization. Warning of a catastrophe that would threaten to wipe out humanity. Yes, that would be the one we're facing right now. Over the next 20 or so years, Ezio worked at strengthening the Italian assassin brotherhood and fighting the Templars, which is sort of what we do. One of his greatest accomplishments would be discovering a hidden library belonging to Altair, hidden under the former assassin stronghold at Masyaf, and containing another message from the First Civilization. He retired from the Brotherhood shortly thereafter, which is what we call ending on a high note. He was terrific at jumping, too. Well, sometimes... Ezio died in Florence in 1524, which would have been, well, I mean, we would have known he eventually, his age would have taken him, right? But we got to see that in the short film, which is great. Altair Ibn Lahad. Altair was born into the Assassin Brotherhood in the stronghold of Masyaf. His early life wasn't a happy one. His mother died during childbirth. Then, when he was a young boy, his father was killed during the first siege of Masyaf. Only shortly thereafter, the assassin he died to save committed suicide in front of the 11-year-old Altair. With his parents gone, Altair looked to Al-Mualim, and then mentor of the order as a father figure. Al-Mualim recognized Altair's potential and took on his training personally. Altair reached rank of Master Assassin by the age of 25, an unheard of accomplishment. If there was an assassin book of records, there'd probably be a picture of this fella on the front. Altair was one of the best fighters in assassin history, with an arrogance to match. After a disastrous mission in 1191, in which he broke the creed and very nearly let an Apple of Eden fall into the Templar hands, Altair was sent back down to novice rank and forced to begin again. As part of his rehabilitation, he was responsible for taking out the major players in the Templar Order at the time, including the Grand Master Robert de Sable. Tragically, in the end, he was also forced to kill Al-Mualim, who turned out to be a Templar. Okay, they spoiled the first game. And corrupted by the influence of the Apple. After his mentor's death, Altair took control of the Order, turning it into the secret and world-spanning organization it is today. One of the things that made Altair such a deadly assassin was something we now call ego vision, a kind of sixth sense, inherited from the First Civilization. It allowed him to read his enemies and surroundings in a way that goes beyond what the human eye can see. Of course, you'll know more about that than me. I can't believe I just typed that. Suck it. Because it's in your blood, and that's part of why you're here. So yeah, so all the heritages, the bloodlines don't all pass. It's like a bloodline that is in the order that, yeah, but here's the thing. You, in theory, could have a bloodline that goes to the Templars, and then you have a Templar that has a bloodline from the First Order, from the First Civilization, right? Yeah, these other bloodlines can exist. I don't think it's unique to Desmond. I think there's something else unique to Desmond. Like there's like it's like he's like supercharged somehow. Well, let's be honest. You knew you weren't here because of my enduring affections or my warm and passionate cuddles. You have never done such a thing, Sean. You have never loved me the way that you just suggested. Okay, locations. We have the theater, which I feel like I just read, but I did. That's where it opened up because it was the last one we got. Okay. Fairly certain that's how it works. Question mark? People. Individuals. I am a dummy. Recent entries. I am always confused. That's my natural state. I'm like the Hulk, except instead of angry, just confused. Okay, Animus Database. Yes, okay, and then redo. We have restart. Wait, what? Reload last checkpoint. Redo. Exit. Okay, let's go back into it, shall we? Sorry for the little derailment there up front, but it has to happen. I hope you all understand that. You high? I mean hi. Hi. Let's just focus. Here, can I run? Don't run in the theater. Be a fucking gentleman. But what if there's places to see? Hello? Hello, 7? Just find your seat. Yeah, what if my seat is up here? You ever think about that? Nope, because it's telling you to go through the door. That's right, it's blocked, it's blocked. You know, the game knows me. The game knows me well by now. You are not allowed past this point, sir. This is only for distinguished gentlemen and ladies. Oh, are you telling me that? Well, hey, you tell the other people to rush.
This way, please.
Hello. Thank you. Appreciate it. Excuse me, madam, sir. Sir, coming
My
through.
apologies.
Sorry. Careful with the popcorn. Please pull it on your leg, sir. I'm carrying a pitcher of beer. What? Sorry, I had a bleeding effect. sorry. Focus.
Evening, Hatham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then. Do you see him?
Eagle vision? Sir. Looks like you've met your end.
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
I already have.
It's going to be such an... I mean, just visually already, it's not jarring. But, you know, you spent so much time in the Renaissance era, you know, that...
1,000 pardons.
It just feels like it's
so
going
sorry.
to...
My
It feels
apologies.
completely new, even though it's not. And even like the way they speak, right? The dress, like it's gonna be interesting, man. To get through. Well, that camera thing was weird. Getting through this experience and it feel completely different, but the same. But like the same. Okay, find the schedule. Okay, so let's get to it then. Hold on. RT to start climbing. But I was pressing the RT. Or don't use the ladder. Just, I guess, just do a little parkour run up the thing. Are people not going to see you, bro? I mean, I'm gonna assume you know what you're doing. Pretty sure they will see you. What? Okay. I mean, I guess there's no lighting on this part here, I suppose, but okay. It could be me or like my history of just absolute frustration with the way the camera functions. But I feel like it's better. Has it just been that long, or maybe I finally like forced myself to learn over the last game. But I feel like it feels smoother. And see how it's like, so I'm just pressing up, but the camera will sort of guide me towards where I need to be looking and aiming for. But it's so smooth and it doesn't fight my controls. It doesn't fight me, or it doesn't just lock. It's just gonna happen again, isn't it? Fucking game's gonna lock my cameras, isn't it? It's the one game that's frustrated me the most with that kind of crap. It's been Assassin's Creed games. B to pick lock. I'm already hitting the wrong buttons because that's not a surprise. Come on, X, Y, A, B, man. It's not that difficult, for fuck's sakes. We are going to go. Oh, do I actually have to? Okay. Oh, wait. There's an actual to locate. Rotate. Oh, a little bit Batman action going on here. Hold on. What am I thinking of? Ooh, Skyrim. Fun. Oh. Okay. 3 actions to pull that off. Okay, that was some dexterity. Dude, bro, calm down. It's like, patient, focus. Okay, climb up the balcony, find a way backstage, find a way across. No, just follow the green thingy. Hey, we have an eagle thingy-majig. Can I actually, I don't want to do it, but could I? Probably not. Okay, so, Oh god, I did the thing again. What have I done? Oh. Hey. I thought I actually...
Got a bit of stage fright.
A little Dutch courage will put a bloom in your cheek.
If I wanted to go into the Animus Database right, there's no fast way to do it. I basically do have to go like this. I might have missed something on the screen. I did it. How many of these? I guess a lot. I got all these people and events. I just noticed the thing on the right, so I just want to keep up with this, okay? Reginald Birch. I guess every time I meet someone. Anyways, Reginald. Okay, Birch was a London merchant, the son of another London merchant, who, conveniently enough, also had the last name Birch. It seems it was one of those hard-to-put-your-finger-on things that ran in the family. Birch started in business for himself at an early age. By the time he was in his mid-20s, he already owned several merchant ships, mainly dealing with the tea trade to the American colonies. Cool. That's pretty good going, seeing as by the time most people are in their mid-20s, they don't even own a shirt. I have him as part owner of the Providence. Among others, later in life, Birch also owned several businesses in and around London. He was a member of White's, which was a posh gentleman's club in London, and generally a well-known and respected man about town. From what I can tell, Birch met Haytham Kenway while working for his father Edward. They were introduced at White's while Haytham was still quite young. Birch would eventually take over Haytham's education, tutoring him while on a tour of Europe in the 1730s. From what we've seen in the Animus, it seems their friendship continued into adulthood, with them working together as members of the Assassins. The Beggar's Opera opened in London, 1728. It's a musical, one of the earliest ever created. It was written by John Gay, a writer and friend of both Alexander Pope and Jonathan Swift, two of the prominent literary figures of the day. The opera was both popular and controversial, popular partly because it was an excellent skewering of Italian opera, which was very popular at the time. However, instead of complicated Italian songs, the Beggar's Opera featured folk tunes that the audience could recognize, meaning you could hum along even if you didn't know Italian. It was controversial because of the subject matter. It's set in the Newgate prison, and the main characters are all criminals who act much like the upper class. It was a send-up of the British nobility, including veiled criticism of the head of government, neither of whom traditionally have a sense of humor. I've never met a queen who liked a knock-knock joke. Actually, I've never met a queen. The Beggar's Opera was accused of being a base form of entertainment, and because its main characters were criminals, accused of causing increase in crime. Interesting. It's nice to see that criticism isn't just for movies and video games. Bloody opera corrupting our kids. that's amusing. It never changes. It never changes. Always find the scapegoat. All right, where have I come from? Right over here. Up we go. I see. This time I did hit the ladder. I don't know. Use your intuition, bro. Just take a guess. Oh god! I thought I screwed up again. No. Wait,
Jeremy's
there we go.
really burning up the boards tonight. He's a marvel.
Yeah, I'm pressing this L button way too hard. Like this? Okay. I keep hearing. I just feel like go click, click. I was like, yeah, that was me again. What? I get anxious. My hands get sweaty. Oh, bro. Oh.
Haytham.
What?
You should have come to me. We would have found another way.
Oh. So there's a history going on here.
Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
As am I.
Open the chair back. Bye. Oh. I mean... Oh, that face definitely looks The lighting on that face was definitely creepy, bro. You are not. That looked like villainous. That might have been a remaster situation, possibly. Hello. Hello to you too, ma'am. Looking me up and down. Oh. I am pretty. Okay, we're just going to stroll on out of here. Hey, I know that painting.
Come on, please!
Okay, so maybe I will be able to... Oh, I better keep moving. Maybe we'll be collecting paintings again.
Any weapons?
Whatever has happened?
A man was killed in the upper balconies.
Oh my!
Nothing. We must keep looking. He must be in here somewhere.
I beg your pardon, madam. Did you
Must be the
notice anyone
criminals
suspicious?
that you're all encouraging with your fucking operas. You ever think about that? That the operas are to blame?
I can't get out. Try to remember.
Order! Peace, friends. There is no danger.
There's just a criminal. A deviant. An opera-influenced deviant
What are those
in the
men
crowd.
doing about?
I'm the only one walking in this direction.
Order!
Nothing suspicious here at all. Sorry, bro. Bye. Hope you find the killer. Oh, someone's running. Maybe he's a killer. What do you think about that? Can I run?
Where are you going?
I cannot. Everyone's panicking, though. There's no need to panic. Wait, what are you doing? Oh, man, you shouldn't have run, bro. Should have kept you cool. Should have kept you cool.
I need to get out.
Don't draw attention to yourself.
I must get some air. Calm yourself. I'll search along here. You search down there. Very well. If you find anyone, give
another
a shout.
opera-influenced deviant. Oh, hey. Animus is breaking. Crane? Crane, you on this? I like that her name is Crane. Done.
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye.
Yes, Alfred.
To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Oh, they call it nice.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen,
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
Well,
I only got 2 names in.
Then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We've booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
Yeah, okay. 100%. You progress. I will. How do I? This one? This one. This one. Oh, start menu. Shit. Did I do it? Did I break it? I broke it. I should have done it at the time. Probably. Can I do it now? I will do it now before we continue. So let's go. First Civilization has led Desmond Miles and his allies here in order to prevent a massive solar flare that threatens all life on the planet. I sort of did see that in a video clip or something, didn't I? Now they just need to figure out how to do it. Desmond ancestral memories appear to have the answer. All right, we have. Did you give me any more information? Anything else? We have. Did this provide info? I forget. This just gives you a little bit of extra info, but of your task at hand. We do have some emails though that I can't access. I have to exit, huh? No, wait, there's this one. Leave the Animus. No, I don't want to leave it. I don't want to leave the Animus. Wait, is that my time? Wait a minute. Wait, that's not my time. Wait, is that your time? Is that my time? It feels like it's almost my time, but it's not my time. Maybe I started it at that time. That might be right. Animus Database. Okay, good. I guess I don't know what I was told to do there. Probably just to see that it was at 100% or something. In case you don't get 100%, you want to go restart the mission, go to a checkpoint or something. I could see that being the case. Looks good. I like the water.
Some fresh air might do me good.
Plenty of that around. Providence. That's the boat, right? Providence was one of many sailing ships in the British Merchant Navy, which basically means it was a trade ship rather than one meant for war. You'll notice it's carrying cannon, but those are mainly for protection against pirate and privateer vessels, or for turning the ship into a privateer vessel, should the need arise. The ship was built in 1748 and made several trips a year between Britain and North American colonies, with occasional visits to the West Indies. The manifest doesn't indicate anything particularly interesting. Mostly it carries staples like tea, molasses, and cloth. It's captained by its part owner, one Samuel Smythe, who got something of a reputation among sailors for both cruelty to his crew and penny pinching on rations. Incidentally, that's not exactly a way to keep good sailors on board. The crew is probably both inexperienced and disgruntled. Ideally, you want an experienced crew who are hugely gruntled. Although you likely don't know much about running in 18th century sailing vessels, odds are you won't notice the difference. Okay. The Providence. Ships. A bunch of ships. Items. People. Moving on. Okay. Let's take a look around. Look at some of these details. I mean, definitely like that. The look of the wood is great. I mean, it is great. I think Remastered looks good, man. It looks good. Okay. Oh, hello. Livestock. Known for keeping areas like this warm, if I'm correct. Like if you keep them, like they'll actually their body heat, and probably their shit. I mean, it'll probably be a smelly kind of warmth down here, but is the Animus breaking? Oh, can I talk to you? Ah, wait, play a game. But wait, oh shit, oh god, I just started. Oh, I got, yeah, play a game. shit. 9 Men's Morris. Sometimes referred to as Cowboy Checkers. 9 Men's Morris is a board game that dates back at least to the Roman Empire. It is played on a board with 9 stones for each player. Players alternately place stones. 3 stones in a row gives a player the right to remove an opposing stone. Get 3 in a row, remove an opponent's stone. Oh, it's like checkers. So it's jumping. You flank. Well, and we'll find out. Leave the opponent with less than 3 pieces or block all his possible moves. Rules. Form mills to capture enemy pieces. A mill is formed when 3 of your pieces are placed in a straight line. Forming a mill allows the player to take an enemy piece of their choice. Oh, I see. You just got to make 3 lines, and then you just take any piece. Oh, that's cool. Placement phase. Players place their pieces one after the other in an empty on the board. Okay, so you have pieces, you put them on the board, you try to get 3, but people block your 3. So I connect 4, but with 3. Sure. Movement phase. Players take... No, then you have movement phases, so you can actually move them. Okay. Flying phase. When a player is left with only 3 pieces, he can move them at any empty slot on the board. I probably shouldn't be learning this in the middle of an intro. That feels like... Did I exit? That's probably a good idea. But I sort of want to see the game. But I probably shouldn't be doing this. A. Continue. Do you want to play? Sure. Yes, sure. Oh, I played a game like this before with those nodes and stuff. It was bigger than that. Use the pieces. Tactical camera. What? LB. A. A button? What am I not able to do here? I'm supposed to go first, but I don't know how to pick up the pieces. How do I pick up pieces? No. A. It's usually A. Okay, I've clicked all the buttons at this point. Hello. Oh. The L. I was in the middle. Got it. Okay. I would like to go. I see. Oh, it has to be a straight line though, so you could block me in the middle. I mean, you can block me anywhere. Oh, but I could do a vertical line like this after, so it's in my best interest, I guess. Go here. I don't know. I'm just learning. Learning by failing. That's my motto. If I go here, I block him there. He can go there, and then we start playing our dance. I guess so. This feels right to me. Now he has to go vertical if he wants to get a straight line. Or block me because, of course, I knew that one. Then I have to go in a straight line, but if I do that... I see, this is going to be a little bit of a dance, no matter what. Because there's always 3 options to go. But this allows me to get... Yeah, but if I get here, who cares? I can't get a straight line. I can get... that sort of traps him, though. Don't be impatient with me. Here, let's try that. And then... It feels simple enough. Okay, that's fair enough. This is like... These are the best spots, huh? Alright. But now I can't... Yeah, but I can. I can go here. You're going to go down there. How can I position this in my favor? I'll get you. I'll get you. I can start going long. If I go... He'll block down here, though, because... Well, I'm going to try it. Well, he has no choice. He has to block me here. Well, if he doesn't want me to thingamajig. And then I can come down here. Am I not seeing something? No, he's compromised. Oh yeah, pretty sure. He has to block me up there. So I'm starting to swing my way around here. He's gonna have to block me here. Or I go here, he blocks me here, and I don't want him to do that. And then I can go to here, but he's gonna have to block me here. Block. This is it. That's what the episode's going to turn into. Oh no, I got it. I got it. So now I got 2 spots to get a straight line here. See, subconsciously, the patterns were going. They were going. Now I got my 3 lines. Can he get a 3 line that I'm not seeing? No, I don't think so. He's on reactive. So I mean, going first is like key. It's clutch here, man. Wait, are you not going? Did you not? Wait, you won't go there? Do I have? Uh-oh, I forgot the rule. I can't believe I did that. I can remove one of his pieces. I put it here. I get 3 lines. I remove a piece. I get another 3. Does this chain react? Does this chain? Oh no, sorry, because I have to place. But now he's gonna have to block me again. Cool. So now we gotta block. If I go, he can't do anything. He can. I can go here. He's gonna have to block me up there. Is there anywhere else I can? Oh, but I can remove a piece. Hold on. This is it, huh? This is what we turned it into. Assassin's Creed 3, folks. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. I need to push another 3 move, though, man. Please, get your fucking hand off the table. Does that won't count? No. If I go here, Because I'm trying to get this line here. But he's just gonna get an extra move off. Oh, fuck off. Don't rush me, man. Yeah, let's try to play a second. Did you screw me? Did you screw me? No, 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 no. Now we're gonna start trapping each other. Both in reaction mode, but I just gotta... Yeah, but now you can... Oh, your pieces are gonna be gone. Okay, okay. Okay, hold on, hold on. Am I not seeing something? I'm not, so if I can remove... Oh, if I go here... If I go here... I'm not gonna get another... No one's gonna get... Well, no one is. No one's gonna get a 3 move in here. But if I can start removing pieces, I'm going to line myself up for some potential benefits here. Wait, what's going on? Oh, are we in removal mode? Oh, we are. Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah? Yeah. I guess. Wait, but I don't have any pieces. But wait. I guess that's what we're doing? Am I confused? Might be confused here. Wait, I can't. What do you mean? Red, what am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, I moved to adjacent. Well, now we get to move. So I gotta move. I see. This gets dynamic. It's okay. Shut up. Stop. So he could block me down here though, and then that's not gonna help me. Here, and then what? He goes down here. I gotta block him here. Brain, stop pushing me. You're pressuring me. I don't like the pressure, man. He's gonna block me here. I don't want him to. Does it matter? Because I can. If I move to here, come on. It's just a side game, bro. It's just a side game. It don't matter. Don't matter none. It don't matter none. I will go to here because screw it. I can't place anymore, so it doesn't really matter. Now we're just doing the dance. And we're trying to get to the 3. I see what you're saying. So you're going to... Oh, shit. Yeah, you got me. Damn it. Because I couldn't get into here. Oh, so there's like a 3 layers of this game, man. Interesting. Well, no. Can't I just move back? I can just move back and then hit 3 again. And then he's screwed. He can't do this move. Oh, psh. Okay, just do rotations. Sucker. And now I just do it again. I don't know why I wouldn't do it again. He's never going to get a win here. It's not going to happen. Am I not seeing something? No, he's not going to get it. Unless he's able to remove this piece here. I basically have a... he's compromised. Hard compromise here. And then I just kill... I kill this piece. Oh my god, then I get like another opportunity. Yeah, to get another 3. And now I got an alternative. I can yo-yo between these 2 pieces here and he's done for. Right? Because I can just go bang, bang. Yep, he's done. Okay. And then, I don't know, can I screw him some more? Just screw with him some more. I don't want you, wait, hold on. I think you're too close. There you go. Bang, bang. Okay, we're done. I can move on. I would have kept replaying this. I would have kept replaying this. Had I not figured out, oh, I see. So he sort of blocked me from being able to do shenanigans. But see, he can't block this piece from doing it now. And he's never going to get this piece down here fast enough. So we're going to get him to slowly wither away and die. And then again, pop, pop, and we move another piece off the block.
Got me there.
Got me there. I like it, the comments. Nice. This is a cool game. It's so simple, but and then I guess it doesn't matter again. We're back into the mode here, so we might as well commit to the strategy. And I think the win move is you get them to 3, right? And then we're done. So bang, bang, and bang, and we're done.
Nice take.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wait, are we done? Oh, we're not. I thought we were done. Now it just gets tedious, bro. Because like you know that the game is over. You have no move here. Do you understand? Wait, how'd you do that shit? Oh, they can move it anywhere. That was the part I missed. Okay, so you were just being simple. You were just being simple with me there. Okay, but I can move anywhere. So, dude, you're so compromised. Cause see, this guy, he's doing nothing. Thanks for reminding me. Wait, I can't do that anywhere. Maybe it's when you get the 3 pieces you can move it anywhere. That's probably it. Wait, no, take a move back. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, can I not cancel? Oh, cancel. Move. Hey. Okay, then we're gonna go back to this dance. But he can do. Yeah, but he can't. He can't. Because I got him in a double. Know what I'm saying? Because now I've nailed him here, but then I can take this piece away. Otherwise, I would have just, he would have moved that piece, but then I would have just moved the other one. Yeah, good. We don't. I mean, it's cool, but I don't need to play. I just wanted to win. I just want to win. That's it. Win once, and then unless I get something for it, if I could start making money, if there's money off playing the game, I will do it. Of course I will. Of course I will. Wait. Did I not? I'm sorry, is this a different game? Oh. Shit. Are there different levels of this game? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Call me crazy. I know, you'll get your fresh air when I'm ready. When I'm ready. Wait, can I talk to you? I sort of just noticed the Animus thing. It is. Okay. I don't know, I thought maybe I accidentally turned myself around or something. Hold on then, let's go to this side. That looked like a big board. Wow, this place is big. Oh, and we got rooms? Hold up. Maybe there's like some fancy stuff I can do. Is that my table? Probably. Nope. Nope. Thought I saw Animus markers. No. 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 The potty. It is definitely the latrine. Possible. Or that would be probably. Okay. Okay. What's up here? Master bedroom. This is my room? This is my room. This is my room? Maybe this is my room. The other one was my office. Should I get all the rooms? Everyone else just finds a piece of floor. What are you studying? What are you studying? Can I read over your shoulder? No. Okay, nothing here. Probably do this later. Probably. But I don't know what I don't know. And so here we are. There's a little bit, maybe a sensitivity thing. I didn't see that in the settings, but I'll go back and check. I feel like when I flick my thing, it just goes further than I would like. I need it to slow down so I can control. Oh, hey, you're talkable. Interact. Sure. Why not?
Good morning, Doctor.
To you as well.
A question, if I may. Do you serve aboard the ship, or are you simply taking passage?
A bit of both, actually. I've been commissioned by the Royal Navy to study maritime illness. I'll be observing the crew during the journey. We have found that sailors fare far better on the open seas than the rest of us. I hope to discover why that is.
Well, I hope you are successful in your endeavors.
As do I. Thank you for the kind words.
Cool. That's a little bit intimidating. Saw in the medical chambers. Should I play the other game? Just get that. Just do it now. We might as well do it now, right? For heading up, because that could trigger something. I mean, I'm willing to just. This feels like, you know, just an intro. So let's just make sure we get the full intro in. Like, just get all the pieces in here. It should be A to play the game. I feel like that's the interaction rule. That should make more sense. Not B to play the game, because then B is back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels a little weird to me. Phanerona is believed to have originated in Madagascar. It is played on a 9-row by 5-column board of intersecting lines. Each player places 22 black or white pieces on the board, then tries to capture the opponent's pieces by moving his own along the lines and either approaching an opposing stone or withdrawing from one. Goals: capture all the opponent's pieces. Rules: capture the opponent's pieces by moving towards them or away from them. When a piece is taken, all consecutive opponent's pieces standing behind that piece will also be captured. Oh, towards them or away from them. So you take the leader and the row falls. Capturing moves are mandatory. If no capturing move is possible, the player can move one piece to a neighboring empty slot. If a capturing move is possible after taking opponent's piece, the player can keep chaining. Okay, this one has chaining. until no further capture is possible. It is forbidden for a piece to move to the same slot 2 times in one turn. 2 times in one turn. What does that mean? 2 times the same spot. How would that be possible? I have to move them into the spot, but then they'd be in the spot. How would I move them back into the spot that they just moved into? It doesn't. Well, it's playing by. Let's just go. Do you want to play first? Yes. Start the game. Yes. Oh, I've played something like this before too, but it was on a square board or something. Use the piece selector like years ago, 20 years ago. Yeah, you start to okay. Here to here, and then it just starts a chain react. Okay, I sort of remember something like this too, but I thought it was like the one I played was a Chinese origin, I believe. I guess it doesn't matter. It's all the same to me at this point. Oh, and adjacent. Oh, the chaining. Right. So I want to get the longest line. So if I go here to here, okay, this is gonna take me a while. I can go diagonals though. This takes 2. I'm gonna lose this one for sure. Yeah. Oh, so it's no matter what the line. So you're seeing him do it now. I was like, wait, he pulled back and he still took the line. That was a mistake. I've done something bad here. So I need to start thinking about so this technically going to here gets those 2 if I'm correct. Well, I mean, yeah, I gotta just oh, sorry, that's not a line. What do you mean that's not a line? That gets 1. No, take it back. Cancel. Are you gonna do that again? Give me a prick like the other guy. This one I can take out that corner, but I feel like he's got way more opportunity to like really compromise me here. Bang. I don't know, maybe just me. Oh, I can't move back to the same. Okay, now I see what the whole repetition thing is. Okay. So this one gets the one down there. My brain isn't assimilating to the whole chaining yet. I mean, the best thing that can happen to me here is that he does a silly move that compromises all his pieces. That's boring for an LP. I shouldn't be doing this for a Let's Play. This is dumb. So I mean, like if I do this and then he does a back and forward, and he's gonna take my piece based on what I just saw. So I'm gonna move this piece down instead. But then if he moves towards me now, he's got that piece. Yeah. The hell, man. Dude, you won. Why don't we just end this? Like, I don't... Can I restart? And now you just move up, and I'm done. Wait, why didn't he move this up to here? And would I not be have been done? Is it only the red marks? Oh, it's only the red marks are count. So I will take his piece out here, though. In theory. Or I still haven't learned the game after losing. You see, I didn't take the piece. Why not, though? I'm adjacent to the piece, but he's the one that's going to take me. I don't understand. I don't understand. Reread the rules. We're going to cut around this. I'm going to win. We're going to cut around this. Play again. No, don't deny me. Play again. Read the rules. Capture all the opponents. Okay. Each player places 22 black by moving his own along the lines and either approaching or opposing stone or withdrawing from one. Oh, you have to do a direct push for an approach. moving his own along the lines and either approaching an opposing stone or withdrawing. You have to approach or withdraw. It has to be on the line though, not across. That's what I was screwing up. Capture all the pieces. Capture opponent's pieces by moving towards them or away. So you basically just wait until they make the mistake and then you move away. So you withdraw. It's like, kind of like a trap, and you pull them. That's what was screwing me up. No. Play the game. This is why this should be an action button. What's A? A is doing nothing right now at this point, so there's no reason why A couldn't have been used here. Very strange. Okay, and then A. Okay, go start the game. I'll let you know how it goes. Now I got you, bitch. Now I got the fucking strategy.
I'll give you that.
That's right, you will. And now I got you, bitch. Why am I like this? Why am I every game? Every game. I see simple things. They compromise me every game. I have to win. I have to win. This is going so fast now, though, that I know what I'm doing. Let's get around this. Alright, I got you. Relax, bro. Relax, bro. Yeah, and then we're gonna. Yeah, now we're gonna push. We're gonna push this fucking juggernaut into the center here, and you're gonna get fucking wrecked. Now I'm pulling. That's the thing. Now the question is, am I moving towards these two, or am I moving away from these two, or do I get the entire row? Or I mean, I can keep going. I keep chaining, bitch, because I could take this guy back if I go over here. Then I can push forward over here, and I can put over here. And I can put passion. Get over this guy. Ooh. There's a chain here. What did I just say? I pull back. I get that guy. Wait, again, am I getting this guy or am I getting this guy? Do I choose? To get all of them. It's gonna matter. This move. This is a clutch move right here. This is gonna be a game winner. Bam. And then I gotta know what happens to the row, or I'm gonna compromise this move. If this move only takes out the front, like I don't know if one precise or like one gets precedence over the other. If I can't do another move to take advantage of that decision, I'm going to. I'm not gonna get a win here, because then this one goes here, this one goes here, gets the one over there, but then yeah. So I feel like this is the best move, because I don't know. Well, I should probably find out. I can just play again. So yeah, but if I find out and it's, well, hold on. Let me. Even if they take out the whole row, this is not the good move. I'll get 4 pieces, but I can't get a chain off. So if I move into here, and then I can't go back to the place, so I can't leverage that move to benefit off the other thing, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to have a crazy move by being able to chain this. So if I take this one, so we go like this, bang, bang, and then I chain into here, and then I take the one up there. Oh yeah, this is going to be crazy. And then I pull back in here, and it's going to give me a choice, huh? Which am I? Oh no. Oh, because they weren't adjacent. His pieces weren't adjacent. Shite. So now I can go adjacent. I got these pieces off the board. At least they're not a risk to me, and I keep more pieces than you. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? I'm safe. That's right, I am. And then I can pull you into a trap and bam, ambush. I'm creating my own story around this shit now. I sort of see it, because it's like they use the proper terms for that kind of idea, you know. Now if you move into here, you don't get me. This guy's safe. If I move into here, you can't retreat from me. Oh, I can't. Oh no, I can. You can't retreat from me. You can move towards me though. Ooh, that's awkward. Yeah, I didn't need to sacrifice that move. Shoot. Yeah, I didn't need to do that. That's bad. Damn it. I could try to go wide and trap him in the center there, because then if he moves up, wait, how would I do that? He can't move sideways. I have to trap him in here. How do I do that? How do I do that? How am I going to do that? I have to get coverage. You can't get this piece. Yeah. No. If I move to here, he can move towards me, but he's not going to be adjacent to me. But I can move adjacent to him. Or I move this one up. I start to push in. Yeah, let's do that. Let's push in. Get you trapped in here. Come on. Yeah. But I can't do anything. That's fair. I think I got it. So hold on. If I do this here, I get this piece, but then I lock. I can't chain forward. I don't think I can do that. If I go here to here, I get him as well. And then I don't think I can do that. And then he can come up to me. And I can withdraw. Oh, I can drag him in. Oh, I can. I can do a sort of... You all don't know what I'm talking about. But I think I got him. Because he... Well, I mean, he can do a move that I'm not... Okay, there we go. So then I move in and he's done for. That's right. Let's move on with the game. That's right. It's gonna be nighttime again. Oh, that makes me dizzy. Oh shit. Oh shit. That instantly made me... That's like so well done. Ah! Getting flashbacks of the time I was on a boat. And that was the feeling. Let's not do that. Okay, well, you know what? I think I played enough of this for first episode. I think I derailed enough with those board games. Is that how you're going to end this, bro? Are you going to do that? Are you going to end it like that? I think that'd be a silly way to end. But I don't know where the Act 1... this isn't going to be an Act 1. There's going to be more than this for an Act 1. It's going to be more than 2 hours. Act 1 is going to be a solid chunk. Like, I mean... Yeah, we got to move this plot along. This is going to take a while, I think. Oh, but I have to look because the water is so well done. Okay, let's oh, sorry. Let me focus. Let me go... Let me try to do something here, and hopefully I'm not missing anything that I can't do later. I assume we'll be on this boat. Yeah, but...
And then all will be well. You sure about that?
Oh,
of course. Have I ever led you astray? Nah.
That's why you read the codex.
No, you don't sit right with the others.
Context.
Have faith, my friend.
Graves.
You'll see. Well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
Oh.
So I thought. And yet here you are.
Oh. Fancy yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this.
Oh, are we going to fuck fisticuffs?
That's
want
enough,
fisticuffs?
Graves.
Oh, fisticuffing. Another derailment. What are we doing? No, hey, hold on. I haven't started yet. Stop. Hold B before the attack indicated. Go. Don't start with that. Okay, fine. And then what? Hold B, attack indicator appears over the enemy's head. I can't read and do this at the same time, bro. Press X to attack the enemy. Okay, pop. Bing. Full whammy. Bing. Pop. Can I not just X attack enemy? Okay, let's do some power history.
Listen to this, Hector.
How did that feel?
Thinks he can swagger on up here and declare himself king of the castle.
Please, fellas, call this off. If the captain sees us...
To hell with the captain. And to hell with you, Mills.
Yeah, let's go.
Whose side you on, anyway?
Press B to counter and then X to knock out. Here, hold on. Pop. Bang. Wait, that was the counter? Just spam B after. Sorry,
I'm ready
X.
to go again if you are.
This is unwise.
Why is that? You think I'm afraid of you?
No. But you should be.
Yes. That nice. Go on then. Your first move. Pop. See ya. Next.
Do you yield?
Never!
Oh,
How do
shit.
you like these odds?
Do you have your own? Are we going to pull this out? Hold on. To disarm an opponent, press B to counter the attack, then press A. B, then A. Okay. Oh, awkward. Pop A. And now I have the weapon.
What's the meaning of this? Captain, explain yourself at once, Mr. Kenway.
He's thought we were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
Hey, my buddy.
How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about. A word, please, Mr. Kenway.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's your knife back.
Bitches, all of you. Limit health loss. Oh. Well, I took one punch. Did I do it? Follow the captain. No, first of all, did I do it? Because if I didn't do it, I'm gonna do it. Wait, there's gonna be more fighting? How do I know how... where's my health? Hold on, stop. My health. Hello, health. Am I at follow the captain. Did I do it? Come on. Jesus. Limit health. I'm going to say that is approval. The dot is active. It looks good. Limit health loss, like I could have lost 90% of my health, or I can only lose less than 10% of my health. Doesn't really matter. I think I did it. So
I don't care for you, Mr. Kenway.
Captain.
I've had nothing but trouble since you came aboard.
Your problems have nothing to do with me.
Your ship is
I
about to be
beg your pardon?
You're a
Yeah, you
poor
heard me.
leader,
Sorry.
ill-tempered and cruel, and it's
That's
clear
right.
your
You
crew
tell
has no
him.
respect for you.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to argue.
If you don't read it in the
fact,
codex, the game will give it
I need
the
a
info.
favor.
That's cool. Oh, now you're asking for a favor?
This is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Bad opening. Oh.
Really? What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
But I'm...
And why should I help you?
Came at me like...
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive.
Says you now.
Well, what will it be?
If what you say is true, what other choice do I have?
Thank you.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood?
Counter threat.
Excellent.
Thank you. Approval. Thank you for the mead.
Good day.
Or the wine. I'm sure it's wine. Not mead. The proper drink of non-scabby waps. Atlantic Ocean. That moon looks like it's about to explode. Is it a Death Star? That's really where the first put the weapon.
Mr. Kenway.
Captain?
Whatever they're up to, I believe it's coming to a head.
I'd best get to work.
See, what if I missed something? Like, I feel like I'm in cutscenes now. Talk to the doctor, which I felt like could have been missable. Not that I needed that information, but... Oh, well, maybe he's still working. But, you know, I would like to get the information. Now, I didn't go and trigger anything on the other side of the bow of the ship or anything like that, or, you know. So I might have missed something. Sorry if I did. Playing blind. You know how it is. Oh, and I checked the left side of the boat, but not the right side. No, I did. That all looks familiar to me.
He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
It's not right that you should feast on lamb and wine.
I agree.
Christ, we're stuck with tinned fish and biscuits.
Someone needs to have words with him.
Mills tried.
Oops.
Captain turned him away.
Then he must try again, with more force if need be.
I mean, without the sailors, the ship is also... The captain's not making it off the ship alive, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's not in his best interest. Can I talk to you again? Nope. See? So that first part would have been gone, maybe? I don't know. No point thinking about stuff like that, right? Just sort of... organically... Why do those look like body bags? Am I wrong? Wait, are you storing the dead or something? Oh, maybe that's meat?
You're not having second thoughts, are you?
I thought they were sleeping bags or something.
Be done, but
what?
Another wife and 2 daughters. What if it goes wrong?
There's no one aboard doesn't agree with us.
I just noticed the two dice on the
the
map.
longer we go without.
So we might be spending some time on here. If you're... Oh, are these the those other symbols? Is that like dialogue? So it'll tell me where the dialogue is so I can't miss it? Oh, that'd be even better. Oh.
He's a shifty fella.
I can
Won't hardly take his hat off.
Interactables.
Keeps his face hidden too.
Oh, hold on.
So we can't see him watching.
Quiet! Here he comes.
No.
Make like you're working.
No. You keep going. Keep talking about your business.
You looking for another fight? That it? Go away.
Okay, well that was a fast interaction. Investigate the crew. play some more dice. No, not dice. Board games. No. I did it. I won. I'm the best. Oh, Harvard. What? Sleeping areas? Arm wrestling? Can I get into arm wrestling? I would like to partake in your fun times, gentlemen. Consider me one of you. I want to dance. Animus, Lewis Mills. Oh, wait. Of course, crossing the Atlantic today is as easy as a plane ride, but it was much more difficult in colonial times, even though I imagine the tiny food and cramped conditions and likelihood of sitting next to a fat man for many hours were pretty much the same. For European travelers, it was at best a 6-week voyage, but depending on delays, it could last months. Dangers, including storms and their opposite, being becalmed, seasickness, food running short, and dying of boredom because you had nothing to do all day. For Africans captured into slavery, the Atlantic voyage was much worse. Across the Middle Passage, usually to the Caribbean, the journey was just as long, but slaves were kept below deck and rarely allowed out in the fresh air. With the men usually in shackles, they were given only 1 meal a day, less if provisions ran low. Disease was rampant and mortality rates were high. I will never complain about being inappropriately touched by airport security again, though to be fair, we're now firm friends, and Juan was very gentle. Come on. God. Lewis Mills. Lewis Mills is a deckhand originally from where we British somewhat optimistically call sunny Brighton. He got his love of the sea from his father, who was also a sailor. He first took young Lewis to sea with him at the age of 10, sailing from London to Boston on a vessel named the Windward. As he grew older, Mills kept working as a merchant marine, traveling the world and gaining a reputation as a reliable and level-headed sailor. He joined the crew of Providence in 1752, staying with the captain and crew through a voyage of hardships, though by 1755 he was thinking of moving on. I feel like I've seen something in Boston. I had family in Boston back when I was young. We'd visit a couple of times, like every couple of years. And I feel like is there a museum? Is there a museum for this boat or something? I feel like I'm getting a strange memory starting to come back to me. Or like a shop called Providence or something, like on the shore, you know what I'm saying? If you're from Boston, you know. Anyways, strange memory, and it's an old one. So, but okay, dancing. Wait, talking. Who? Oh, up top. Probably. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what else is over here. See if we can interact.
I ain't got nothing to say to you.
Poor loser. That's great. That's good. I like it. Okay, we're gonna do one more. So up top. I wonder if there's a soundtrack of all the jigs. Wait, that's not where. What did I miss? What are you talking about? Right here. But you're not. Oh wait, you were interactable. What?
Quite the basting you gave Graves and Quill.
Wasn't by choice.
Aye. Blockheads, the both of them. Where are my manners? Louis Mills. Pleased to meet you.
Hatham Kenway.
No. That's
so
rude.
Should I be watching my back?
I think the boys learned their lesson. They're normally not so nasty. Honest, it's just the past few crossings have been a bit rough.
Oh?
Captain's trying to cut costs, reduce rations, lower wages, more dangerous cargo. It's put the crew on edge.
Is there cause for concern, then?
Not if I can help it. But the captain needs to think about the way he treats his men.
Defeat the crewmen in fistfight. Follow the captain's cabin. Investigate the crew. I feel like I have done such tasks. What am I missing? The green marker. Green marker telling you where to go. I guess that's top. Oh, could I have skipped that by accident? Oh, that would have been unfortunate. Wait. No, it's still below deck. So I am back in investigation mode, it seems. Well, in that case. Wow, it's actually really fluid. Holy crap. Oh, wait. I could do that here? Hey, don't show off. But, I mean, if you're going to. Yes. Yes. What are you doing? I don't know. I'm compelled. I feel compelled to climb. I must reach the crow's nest. Oh, yes. Gonna do it. This game's gonna let me, because why wouldn't it? It knows you're gonna want to do this, and so you're going to do it. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Keep going. Yes. All the way. Yes. I'm king of the world. Oh, higher.
My apologies.
Hello?
They flogged me till the blood did run. That's the uses they gave to me. Well, I had a wife, her name was Grey. For her that led me to shocking decay. For her that caused me to go away. But if ever I get me feet.
Yes, yes. Don't let you do anything. I bet you I can. I bet you I can. I bet you I can. You think? I bet you I can. I'm gonna do it. It's not even telling you how to do it. Dude, I bet you can. Man. Okay. What is that? Oh, hang off the edge. No, I bet you I can hair grab. Oh, shit. Yes! Whee! I wish I didn't do this. Oh, maybe I had to do it down below to spot something. Wow, the derailment. This is Assassin's Creed. This is how I play my drink my mead. Oh boy, that's what we're gonna do. Oh,
keeps his face hidden too, so we can't see him watching.
Quiet! Here it
damn
comes.
it! I interrupted them again. No,
Make like you're working.
Just pretend I'm one of the boys. Come on. Interact.
You there? I have some questions for you.
That's nice, but I ain't got time to gossip.
Everyone else
wouldn't have anything useful to share anyway. You want information? Try the cook or the doctor. Everyone's always chatting them up.
The cook? I didn't see no cook. See, I've missed someone already. Wait. Sure. Let's go this way. Was there no? Oh, maybe the cook was over here. Possibly. My grandfather
Won't be
was
serving for another couple hours. Some biscuits in the barrel if you're desperate.
Ship cook. Is that what we're going to call him? Marine?
I've come with a question.
On a marine vessels.
What's that?
For Holland.
Have any of the men been acting strange recently? Said anything that struck you as out of the ordinary?
The boys cry about the rations, as if there's anything I can do about it. But beyond that, I ain't heard much. My advice? Go find James. His ears are always open.
And where might I find him?
Right behind you, actually. He's the one sitting on the barrels.
But I want to. What if it, no, so I'm not talking with the doctor.
Are you James?
Aye.
Hatham Kenway. Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are.
I was hoping you could answer some questions.
I figured as much, but not here.
Follow me.
Oh, what do you want to know?
Have you seen or heard anything out of the ordinary since we left port? Anything that gives cause for concern?
Some of the men have been gathering at night on the upper deck. I've only caught bits of their conversations, so I couldn't say for certain what they're up to. But I suspect it bodes ill.
Is it a mutiny they're planning?
All I know is they've little love for the captain. Mills has been trying to talk him down, but there's only so much one man can do.
Thank you for the information.
I only wish to see us reach the colonies alive.
Limit health loss. Are we still on that? Oh no, that was it's good. Look for clues. Oh. You mean they're probably gonna. That's when you're supposed to climb things. Nah, but.
Evening, sir.
Hello. Nameless sailor.
How are things?
Calm and quiet. Just the way I like it. What brings you topside?
Thought I'd wander a bit. Stretch my legs. That's all.
Take care where you tread. The deck hides all manner of danger in the dark.
What was that?
What? Oh.
Someone's throwing cargo overboard.
Wait, what?
But why?
Is it that dangerous cargo? Or someone trying to make a... Someone's trying to make a statement. I don't want to accidentally run off the boat. Oh, wait, it's open now. Wait, that's just a way back. Okay, no problem. Okay, area. Okay. Wait, can I talk to you after all or no? No?
We can't see him watch it.
Quiet! Here he comes. He's cut our rations again.
Just finish your story,
We're
man.
not provisioned for such luxuries.
It's not right that you should feast on lamb and wine whilst we're stuck with tinned fish.
I have a hunch.
Someone needs to have words with them.
In the barrel.
Mills try.
Analyze.
Don't turn him away.
Cocaine. Sorry. Stop. Saw white powder. That's all. Stream dust. But oh, is there someone else to pick up? Possibly. That's a drop off. Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
Most curious.
Not most curious, but I just take the curious. That is what I do. Day 33. The water is definitely pretty. I like the boat designs, man. They're so
Any
detailed.
news? Each night it's the
all the
same.
rigging and
They
stuff.
scout one area, and they drop the painted barrels from another. I'm going to need to recruit an extra pair of eyes. Maybe James or Mills.
Why are they doing this?
Near as I can tell, the barrels serve as markers. They're leaving a trail.
Oh.
My fear is it's only a matter of time before whoever's following it.
Ship sighted aft!
Hey.
She's making ready to fire!
Where's the cannon? Time for some
quarters,
ship con.
men.
They're just like
Ready
throwing
the-
me into all the
Brace.
meta.
Everybody
all
down.
the gameplay and just learning all right now before you start the game. This is like a massive tutorial.
Warning
Because
shot.
I do know this is the
Seems
main
they don't mean
character
to
you
sink
play. I
us,
don't
but
think
board
it
us
is.
instead.
And I'm pretty sure, I mean, I know it's not.
Make ready to
But it could be
fight.
both two characters.
I
is
want
what I'm
you
saying.
below decks.
Why? Let me help you
From
secure
both
the
sides,
ship.
you know?
Do you know how to
Something
rig
like
a
that?
sail, to load a cannon, to
I
wage
will
war
learn.
at sea? I didn't think so. Now return to your cabin, or do
I
I
have
need
eagle
to have
vision,
you
sir.
escorted?
I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
Secure the hatch!
How dare you? I have no fucking...
Haytham.
How dare you?
Have you been topside? A ship's appeared and means to board us. It's strange. There's no sign of mutiny aboard.
Why is there water
Doesn't
in the
make
ship?
sense.
Ah, but it does.
What do you mean?
Did you think you could escape from London so easily after what you did at the opera? That we wouldn't notice?
Hey.
That we wouldn't follow?
You were supposed to be the good one.
Ah, so that's what this is about.
Surrender, and I will see that you are treated with honor.
Yeah, it does.
If you wish to treat me with honor,
Wow, you're dumb.
give me a sword.
Yeah.
Are you sure this is how you want to play it?
Are you dumb? Wait, are you actually giving me a sword? What? Just throw it in his back, bro. Just... Why would you even, like, entertain this? You don't have to play fancy. No one's down here to witness this. Just say it was solid, you know? Alright, well, I do forget all the... I mean, it's been a while, but I'm assuming it's more or less the same. I red-eyed. But see, I have to read while this is going on. So B is the defend, but I wish... Okay, and then A? Oh, and then you're screwed. Okay, well done. That's it. You're done, bro. Can I do any other gameplay here with that? Bing, 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 bing. Oh, nicely done. How about no? How about no? No, 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 no. So you can sort of. Oh no, I'm definitely losing health though. So I should probably. How do I defend? How do I just like? How do I? Do I have a? Do I not have a fucker? Bro, just hit him when he's down. How do you do that attack again? Just in the ass. Oh, I've lost. Oh, Mills is almost. Where's my health? I'm not sure. Oh no! In the face. Well, I guess I can lose 90% of my health. Maybe.
I told you to stay below decks.
I did as you asked. Seems sound. Only Mills was there waiting for me. He's the one that drew that ship here. There was no mutiny. Only
looking for a dodge. How do I roll?
They want me. Then they can have you.
Is that so?
They'll catch us anyway. There's nothing to be done.
I can think of something.
Wait, did you just like...
You wish us to sail into the storm?
You had the blade all along.
It's our only chance.
I won't do it.
In your wrist?
Then I will.
All right. All right.
Oh, he did. He did. He did. Damn. Tell me again. Tell me again. Get below deck. And then I don't know what I'm doing. Because I don't. But I got meta on my side. Eagle vision and controls. The last day.
We need those ropes secured! I told you this was madness.
Arm yourself. I'll fix your sail for you.
Hey. Let's do it. Secure the rigging. Mango. Woo! Look at the water! That's so cool. Oh, it's all die. Like, it's so cool. That wave was cray. Cool. Okay, let's go. Just assume we're under pressure here. Hey. Booyah. And oops, I did it again. It's gonna happen so many times this game. I don't handle my control slightly. That's what can I say? They have a lifespan. Oh. I should something just snapped. It did. Whee! Cool. I don't know if this is something else going on, but
we need more speed! Loose the sails! Hate them! You take the foremast! James! To the mainmast with you!
Deploy the sail from the yard. Yeah, boys. Let's go. Bing, bing. Didn't think I could do this. Didn't think I had it in me, huh? Wait, am I going the right way? What, are you telling me? Shit, was I supposed to be down there? Am I going? Okay. Hey. Wait. Oh, that looks dangerous. How do can I make that jump? I feel like that would be, this could be maybe a loss, but no, I'm a pro. Hey, look at that. That looks so good. Jeez Louise. I'm afraid of nothing. Wink. That's so cool. It's just so simple, man. These little details are awesome. Oh, shit. Oh! Ah! Oh, wow. Oh, shit. Well, that's bad.
The rope's too wet. I'm slipping.
Oh, God. No, do this right now. Just... No, I'm pressing hard because I'm under pressure.
Help!
I'm coming, I think. If I'm not pressing too hard and compromising because the camera's doing some shenanigans on me. Hey, that's awesome. Whee! Boom. Yeah, but I think it's like the rocking of the boat kind of made it make sense, you know? I think. That's what they were going for. But I was overcompensating, as is I am wont to do when the camera takes over my controls. Okay, trade for trade. Oh, hey, we have like the divine on our side. Seemed kind of lucky, no? Didn't all die though. It's all relative. Rations or gold? Rations. Why would it be gold? Hey. Okay, rescue James. Oh, within the given time. What the? But I don't. 23 seconds.
Make ready for our arrival, men!
Arrival? I see no land, only this interminable fog.
The goals tell us all we need to know. Climb into the crow's nest and you'll see.
Hey. I was ahead of you. What's that timer still? Oh, sorry. No. Wow. I thought the timer was still going. I reacted under pressure there. That was part of the other objective. Got it. Oh, you should just, you know, should not let me climb or something before. Sort of ruining the whole, you know, sequentialist pattern of flow of all of this, because, you know, I'm anxious with climbing. Something I love to do in this game. I can't help myself. Yeah, but I got to hear the guy singing up here. That was different, right? I would have missed that. There you go. There you go. See? Rewarded. Oh, wait, the credits. We made it, folks. Yeah. Our new domain. Journey to the New World. Hey, I better get all the way to the end. That's right. All the options, yeah. New email, which is strange. Leaving the Animus in the middle of... I don't even have the game credits yet. This feels like a solid starting point, I suppose. Sequence 2, yeah, good. The open world tutorial has not started.
Master Kenway!
Yes, may I help you?
Charles Lee, sir. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've been asked to introduce you to the city, help you settle in. Oh, no need, sir. I've arranged for your bags to be delivered to the inn.
Are you by any chance John and Isabella's son?
Oh, we're just gonna go, huh? Doggy.
One and the same.
Oh.
Your commission is with Edward Braddock, is it not?
I guess we're gonna keep going.
Aye. But he's yet to reach America, and I figured I might... Well, at least until he arrives. I thought...
Yes? Out with it.
Forgive me, sir. I had hoped that I might study under you. If I am to serve the Order, I can imagine no better mentor than yourself.
Kind of you to say, but I think you overestimate me.
Is that still a thing?
Impossible, sir. This way.
Dilly!
Someone stop him!
Sorry. Yeah, what the fuck just happened? Oh god. There's so much going on in my eyes. Wait.
Boston's quite a lively city.
There's all manner of things to see and do. Once you've settled in, I suggest you take some time to walk the streets.
Climbing.
Who knows what opportunities you might discover.
Hold a moment. I need to fetch a few things before we get to work.
I'll arrange for horses while you do that.
Okay. Hey. Pet the dog. I can pet the dog. Why is the dog highlighted? Pet the dog. Pet him. Pet the dog. Pet the dog. How do I pet the dog? I don't want to punch the dog. No, I don't know if that's a pet or a punch. I don't want to punch the dog. I don't want to punch the dog. Alright, well, I'm gonna... Hey, I got money. We're gonna wrap this up here. I don't know if I should start all the way down there and work my way through. Well, I mean, the pointer's telling me to go 94 meters up. So I don't have to go all the way over there and see what I've missed. And I feel like it's a lot of eye stuff. A lot of stuff distracting my eyes that I do want to check out. There's a whole life going on here. That's crazy, man. But it does look like we can move forward. Now hold on, I can punch you. Well, I don't know why I would do that though. Anyways, let's wrap this one up here. It looks like a clean break. I do sort of want to know if I can swim, and if I gotta do it, I should do it now, right? Let's find out. Okay. Just can I fall off the edges if things start getting hot? No, I cannot. Good to know. Okay, so from here we will explore the Boston harbor and see where this takes us. I'm sure there's still an intro here to learn. I do like the way that the game has set up the sort of tutorial elements up front like that. That was a really cool way to do it with the boat. It was, you know, it was integrated. It was contextual to the scene and the narrative. And now this one's likely the city parkouring is going to be restricted here. Let's see, one more thing. Always check out the water reflections because I like to see the technology develop in that regards. Like I like how they do it there. It doesn't just show the full boat. Like your eyes do make it fade. I don't know if that's like for programming purposes, just to save on processing power. But I do, man, it looks good. It looks good. Yeah, the remastered version, they do a lot of the terrain and the lighting. It just looks really good. I will agree that the faces, the lighting on the faces sort of makes them look plasticky or rubbery, or like they're part of like their living wax museums to some degree. But is that I mean, no, this is so beautiful though. Look look at the range of sight there to that ship down there, and the aerial perspective done on it where it grays out the stuff in the distance. Yeah, I would take the look of this over the original. The footage I've seen for the original when they were doing the comparison shots, this part looked grayer or something. So now this feels right, like it feels right to me, you know? Anyways, that's enough of an outro. If you're new here, subscribe if you haven't already, and give this a like, of course. It encourages me to come back sooner, and I will catch you in the next stack of episodes. Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire, buddy. Peace.